So you've cut your spine mount and you've cut your spine cover, and we need to prep these. So take your double-sided tape and around the edge of the spine cover put strips of your tape. Now they do need to be individual strips because we want them to sit, or the tape to sit flat at the corners. So just go around and prep that. Like that. And then if you burnish your tape before you pull your backings off, it is much easier, to get the backing off, apparently. Let's try it. Oh yes. So, remove all your backing strips. And let's bring the album back in. So I'm just going to pop that up there out of the way. Now it's sticky. And then I'm going to put strips of tape down either side of the spine. Now you don't need to cover the whole spine with sticky tape. There needs to be enough room for the cardstock that you're going to stick on in place to drop in these gaps. If you put sticky tape over the whole piece, then it rips the outside of the spine. From experience, I know. So you only need to put strips of tape, start 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch in from the top and the bottom edges. Don't go right from the top to the bottom. And you are working either side of that spine. Like this. And snip. And that is enough. And then let's just burnish the tops of these. Take your backing strips off. Nearly got it. And then bring in your spine cover piece, and you want to centre the top and bottom edge between your top and bottom edge of your album cover, and centre it between the join in the cardstock that you can see, or the centre of the spine. It doesn't have to be exact because again the edges are going to be hidden. But this is a guide for your spine mount to sit on, so centering it between the top and bottom edges is the important thing. And then stick it down, burnish it, and then very gently fold up your cover, and you want to ease the cardstock down into that gap. Very gently. You can use your ruler if you want to help it to fold into the gap. And then do the same on the other side. So just lift your cover up and then just use your ruler to ease the card into the gap. And then just jiggle the album, just gently. The card doesn't want to bend and it doesn't want to fold into the gaps between the covers and the spine, but it will if you're gentle with it. And you want to make sure that all the edges are nicely stuck down and you've got no gap at the top here and the bottom. So just be gentle with it. And then stand it up, and it should be level. If it's all gone together straight, So before we stick the spine mount in place, I just want to cut the corners back slightly because we're going to add pages over the top of these two spine mounts, pocket pages. So just angle cut the corners off your spine mount and then it's ready to stick in place. So take your glue and just put a little bit all the way down your spine mount, and then take a finger, use your finger or a spreader and spread out that glue, making sure that it completely covers the spine, that centre section. You don't want glue going over the edge, and if you've got it going over the edge like me, you've probably put too much on. And what you're aiming for is just a grey bloom. You don't want the glue to ooze out from under the spine mount when you put it into place on your album. And then get rid of any glue that you've got on your fingers. Oops. Let me just clean my hands up. And then you're working between these two vertical lines and remembering that the line that you can see of the join, if you're using your cardstock decorated album cover, isn't the centre. So you just want to offset the spine slightly to the left, lining the top and bottom edge up with the top and bottom edge of this piece of card that's already in place. And when you're happy with where it's sitting, really press it down nicely in the middle. And then just fold those spine mounts and just run your finger up and down them. They will be covered and not seen. And that's it. That is your album now ready to add the pages.